Welcome back to another entry in my video diary of Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm Darling, and shall we see what's going on in Fawnhollow today? It's actually probably one of our latest episodes I think I've ever recorded, 5:30 PM. Have I recorded a later episode since then? Actually, I think I have. I think well, in some of the earlier days I recorded some really late ones when I was catching some late night fish, maybe. I don't really remember. Anyway, we're going to have a very relaxed evening here on Fawnhollow, and a very late morning report, I suppose, from Isabel. Hello there, everyone. Right now in Fawnhollow, it's 5:29 PM on Sunday, May 24th, 2020. No news to speak of today. There was a movie on yesterday. I'm sorry, Isabel, probably haven't seen it. I haven't watched what? I haven't watched a lot of, say, popular movies, I suppose. Like, I'm trying to think. Like, the biggest one I always brought up was, like, I had never watched Star Wars. I watched Star Wars for the first time. It was around when, well, let's talk about it afterwards. First, a letter from Axel. To my worthy rival, Somersault. I decided to share my morning warm-up routine with you. It's 3 sets of 204 sit-ups, 3 sets of 919 push-ups, and 3 sets of 740 squats. I usually do way more than that, but it's a good baseline. Rapidly yours, Axel. Alright, I'm sorry, Axel, that's a little bit out of my wheelhouse, to be honest. Still rank S, we still need to, get 150,000 to get, the golden trophy from Happy Home Academy, but we'll see what they gave us anyway. Apparently, I didn't get any fruits last night to give away as presents today, so we'll have to do that as part of today's episode, but that's fine. But yeah, I feel like there's a lot of popular movies I haven't watched. Like, yeah, as I was saying before, it was Star Wars before, but then I watched Star Wars because my friends were like, hey, we want to go see the new Star Wars movie, whatever it's called. I actually can't remember. But sorry, Star Wars is, as you can tell, not a big part of my upbringing or anything like that. So I decided the day before we were going to watch that 7th movie, I watched all 3 of the original trilogy, and I'll be honest, I can see why it's so appealing, why it's become such a cult classic, I suppose, or like a modern staple in at least sci-fi, or probably like modern day culture or whatever. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Basically, I see why it got so popular. It's not as much my thing, and I feel like a lot of the nostalgia of it is lost for me, seeing as I didn't watch it when I was younger. I just sort of watched it, then. And probably watching all 3 in a row was not a great idea, but, it had its charm and appeal. I can certainly see why it took off so well. As Axel just grooving. But yeah, and to be honest, I don't really remember what happened much in it, which might be surprising to you, especially if you're probably if you're a big fan of a Star Wars series. To hear that's probably, I don't know, disrespectful, almost. I don't mean to be. It was a good series, it's just, I don't know why it didn't stick with me as much. I don't know what sort of movies do tend to stick with me more. Probably animated movies, because I feel like that's something which taps more into my childhood. I'm sorry, Roscoe, you are completely blocking the way, though. Like, I obviously grew up with a lot of Disney movies and animated movies and cartoons that I watched a lot of when I was younger. So that's probably why even watching animated movies now has a lasting impression, I suppose, on me. Maybe impression is the wrong word, but I tend to find more appeal in them, I suppose, than other similar ilks. I'm not sure, actually. What would I describe my movie taste as? I think the most difficult part is I don't go out to watch movies much unless my friends are like, hey, I want to see this movie, you want to come? And I'm like, sure. And then that's it. I'm never one initiating that, I suppose. There's very rarely a movie that comes out where I'm like, I need to watch that. I'm trying to think what last movie that came out that was that for me. But I was like, I have to watch this movie. We need to go see this. I actually think it might have been Frozen, but amusingly enough. Which might sound absolutely bizarre to a lot of you, but I really like Disney. Maybe as a company it's much more controversial, shall we say. I can't say I agree with all their practices, but, the animations are great and the songs are great. and perhaps my nostalgia rose-tinted goggles. Wait, is it rose-tinted glasses or goggles? I think it's rose-tinted glasses. Anyway, perhaps my rose-tinted filter, shall we say, puts the old animated movies in a much higher light than perhaps they should be, or perhaps they are. I don't really know. I'm not a critic, so I'll leave the film judging and critique up to them. Those who, well, it's their job, not my job, to be honest. I'm not going to go out reviewing movies. I haven't seen most of them anyway. I wouldn't know what to talk about. All I can review is basically how much I enjoyed it, which, you know, maybe that's useful to some people. Me, I suppose, and people with very similar interests to me. If you're one of those people, then that's great, I guess. I suppose that's the sort of thing with reviews in the end anyway, is that your mileage may vary with anything. Something which could be critically be an absolute disaster, a terrible movie, you can still like it, you know? And not just like it in an ironic way, like it because it's bad, like it because you think it's good, you know? Don't let that stop you, is what I say. Everything is subjective. Well, maybe not everything. A lot of things are subjective, and opinions on movies is definitely one of them, so don't be afraid of that. I suppose that goes to the same for any video games, any sort of media, I suppose. I'm trying to think what my favourite thing is of something which is critically bad. Whoa, 2 black roses. That's a surprise. I don't know. I think I'd have to turn to video games for that. What games have I really enjoyed? Maybe Plants vs Zombies? I don't know. I feel like the first one was very well received anyway, so that's probably not very controversial. I don't know. I suppose the problem with this is I don't go out playing bad games all that often. I sort of, if I hear it's bad, I sort of just don't play it, I guess. Let's see what the space is on my inventory, and we'll dig up one of these purple roses, which will plop over here. To see what we need. I don't remember actually. It's been so long since he's ever actually produced. I say test purple 2 by breeding it 1-on-1 with a yellow. If it produces a yellow, it's a good. If it produces white multiple times, it's wrong. So this one's got 1 strike. We'll take note of this 1 strike by putting it, I suppose, over here behind it. But this is not the purple rose we need. We're running out of seeded yellow roses, so I suppose we'll need to find another one at some point. I honestly can't remember I put any of them, because I need to test that rose up there. I suppose what we can do is just eventually just get a load of the purples anyway. Breed them all together and just guess. You know, that yellow rose down there is probably a seeded yellow. Or maybe we should just start growing some more seeded yellows, I don't know. Or we can do it on a rotation testing based system. Plenty of different things we could do. And none of them I'm going to do because that's too much effort right now. Let's see if Rowan's in. We'll have a chat with Rowan. We can't give him anything, so we might as well talk with him now. Build up our friendship so we can eventually give him gifts. Whoa, your house is cool. Yo, you're here. Perfect timing for an indoor workout, Mango. What's the latest? How was your Happy Home Academy score? Mine, well, there weren't any touchdowns, that's for sure. Plus, I never asked how many crunches I can do. Your house is great, Rowan. Don't let me tell you. What? This is... I think I said this again and again. New Horizons, when we come out with these fancy new designs and housing for all the villages that suit their aesthetic, is amazing. Anyways, back to reviews. I'm trying to think, what is the worst game I played that I thoroughly enjoyed? Maybe it's something I like, a nostalgia-based game, like one of those Hamtaro games. I played them a lot when I was younger. They're not probably like amazing by any stretch of the imagination, but I really like them because of my nostalgia for them. We've actually run out of space for pink flowers. That's amazing. To be fair, I don't actually know if they were critically reviewed as bad or anything. I'm just kind of assuming they were, with, well, basically no basis. Hello, Diana. Sorry, we're not talking to anyone yet until we can get some prezzies for all of you. There's another pink hyacinth over there. We really don't have enough space for all of this. I should really open my Steam library and look, to be honest. It's very hard to remember off the top of my head. There's no space, excuse me. Oh, I guess the Able Sisters is in the way. Plantmosphere, as we're walking, I open up Steam. What's my favourite game in here that I thoroughly enjoy that is considered bad? Oh, hello Diana. Oh, I was hoping I'd run into you. I was thinking I should teach you a new reaction today. Oh dear, which one was it? Let me think for a moment. Ah, that's it. I was thinking I should teach you a reaction for when you're, well, deep in thought. Anywho, no doy, there you have it. Follow my lead, and you'll be thinking deep thoughts in no time. Oh, thank you, Diana. Let's see how many reactions we got going on. We must have loads by now. Oh, we still got some more. Diana's one of the snooty villagers who doesn't react to anything, right? Oh, she does react a little bit at least. Have a look at our windflowers. Another pink windflower. We actually have too many. We're gonna have to start giving these away again. Oh yeah, I was looking through like games. To be honest, there's a lot of Steam games in my library which I haven't even played, so that's probably a bit of a, what's the word? I was gonna say null comparison, which is not really the word I meant. More like a fruitless endeavour. That's what I meant. Lots of blue windflowers. What about Hatterville boyfriend? Maybe that suits the criteria. Probably, actually. Actually, I'm not sure. Because it's very much in itself a parody game. So, if you do a parody game well, or badly, is it done well? I don't really know. I'm not really sure how this works. I think I'm overthinking this. I didn't mean to learn this. I meant to drop this right here. On the floor. Put this away. We got our 4 fossils. Let's get them evaluated. And then we'll finally give out some presents to the residents of Fawnhollow today. But yeah. Basically, after this 12-minute meandering conversation, what I was trying to say. Reviews are subjective anyway, you know. What you may like may not be what's critically acclaimed, so don't let that stop you. Different tastes. And you don't have bad tastes for liking bad things. Well, necessarily. Actually, I'm not sure how that works. I just think in my opinion you don't. Tastes are subjective. What is a bad taste anyway? You only have bad taste if you can't taste things with your taste buds very well. That's bad taste. And also a terrible, terrible joke. It's going to take so long to get these final fossils. Maybe I should start collecting these and start giving them to my friends in case they need it as well. That's actually food for thought. Well, to be fair, they're not really playing Animal Crossing that much anymore. I'm the only one left playing it. I actually looked at how many hours I have on this game. I have like over 160 hours on Animal Crossing. I was like, that's just absurd, to be honest. It's going to be in running for like my most played game of all time. Okay, that's not true. It's currently got to dethrone, I think, probably League of Legends, which I've got an absurd amount of hours in. I don't know how many hours I've got in it, but it's a lot, I can tell you that. No doubt. I want to sell some things. Oh, I actually forgot today was Sunday, no turnip buying. You know what? Buy this pink windflower. I don't want it. You should have sold like you had a hyacinth as well, to be honest. Ooh, a spinning board. This actually could be pretty good. Let's buy it. 10 University. I can't remember if we've got a pennant or not, so we might as well buy it. As the case may be. Do we have a laptop? No idea. Let's buy it. If we can afford it. 70,000? Perfect. That's... For some reason we're carrying a lot of bells. I'm not sure why. Got Nook Mars missions for spending money. Talked to 2 people and we haven't given out any prezzies yet. Let's buy some gift wrap. Gift wrap, gift wrap. What colour should we go with? Oh, light blue. This is one I haven't seen yet, so of course we're going to purchase it. Oh, outdoor. So I'm just thinking about reviews all over again. I wonder what criteria, like, how would you put into words what makes it like a good movie or a good video game, I suppose. I'm not sure. That's probably why it's not my job, you know? Would I want to be like a video game or a movie or a TV reviewer? Well, I tell you, I would not want to be a movie or TV reviewer because that is definitely not any of my interests. Video game reviewer? I'm not sure. I feel like when you play a video game looking to criticize it, doesn't that sort of... Well, not looking to criticize it mainly, but, you know, if a majority of your thought will have to be committed to evaluating it as you play it, doesn't that sort of take you out of the atmosphere a bit? Or maybe that's just me, you know, maybe that doesn't affect other people, but it does. But it ends up being a deal for me. I'm not sure. Either way, I don't think I'm very well suited to be a critic. I'm probably far too generous with things and too lenient. I don't like to criticize things, I suppose, too harshly is probably a downfall and probably something you need to be able to do as a critic. Otherwise, no one's going to read a review and it's be like, oh, this is a pretty good game with good things and bad things. It's like, you just be like, what? Does this reviewer know anything? And the answer is no. I have no idea what I'd be talking about. That's why I suppose I'm just playing through these games. Audie, you're crafting so often every time we're in your house. What are you making this time? Cherry Speakers already know how to make these. What if we had a critical review of Maglev Mike? We've heard it so much from Audie, and I was going to say Peppy as well, that's not a name, Puddles. Makes me want to watch it. But what if it had critically bad reviews? I don't know. You know, maybe I'm being hypocritical, talking about how reviews are subjective and things you like should be things you like rather than based off judging your opinions based off reviews. But now I think about it, if a game gets a bad review, I don't tend to buy it. Maybe that's just me like thinking probabilistically, being like, if this game has majority bad reviews, then the percentage chance that I'm going to like this game is not going to be that high compared to a game with a good review. Maybe I justify it to myself by being like, oh, I'd rather play a good game I would enjoy rather than a bad game I'm not going to enjoy. Or could possibly not enjoy. We have so many black tulips, what on earth? The first black rose, eh? I don't know. You know, this has really opened my eyes. Maybe I should start playing more games, which, even though if they got a bad review, you know, just do it anyway. As I said before, my tastes tend to be not entirely the same as other people's, necessarily. I put a high value on story and I suppose maybe gimmicky mechanics and atmosphere much more than other people do, rather than polished mechanics or otherwise. Maybe I should start reviewing. Maybe that's an interesting perspective. You know? If I was talking about before how reviews should be based on who you are and you should try and find a reviewer whose likes, I suppose, or things that are important to them align with yours. If I started reviewing, then maybe people who had similar taste to me could start, you know, and doing the same thing. Being like, oh, I really like story games with atmosphere, cooperation. You don't like competitive games as much? That's me. Well, I can tell you my top 5 games. I think I've talked about them before. Number 1, Undertale. That's a fantastic game. Don't let the community scare you off if that's something which does bother you. It's just a fantastic game. Great atmosphere, great stories, great characters. What's number 2, you ask? I don't know. Paper Mario 1000 Year Door? No, that's number 4 probably. Divinity Original Sin? Is that number 4? I don't know. Number 2 even? I can't count apparently. Already spoke with Rowan. Let me think. Divinity Original Sin 2 is definitely in there. Animal Crossing as a series is probably in there. Paper Mario 1000 Year Door and Babra's You. Where are you, Lily? You're just staring at you, Raven? Hello, Lily. I love how she's adopted Vivian's old phrase of dear. It's so cute. Paper Mario 1000 Year Door. No, that's probably not second. It's probably Divinity Original Sin 2. That's probably second. Actually, to be fair, that might be a much more RPG based. The mechanics are much stronger in that game compared to probably some of the other games on the list. But that one's got a fantastic story, and I like it because it's got a cooperative, big story RPG mode with a world to get lost in. And the combat was fun. Or at least the way I played combat was fun, because I suppose I like doing weird stuff and combat-wise. Or mechanically wise. And what I did in my game, I'm not sure if I talked about it, was basically I just got every single buff and heal ability in the game. And it turns out in that game, if someone's in a conversation, so in this game I played it with Ali and Rasmus, if they were talking to an NPC and you listened into that, if they were talking to an NPC / listening into a conversation with an NPC, their buffs never timed out. So what I did was, they'd start talking to an NPC, and if we expected it to be a battle, I stopped listening into the conversation, and I just gave them, like, I used all my buff abilities with them, so they started the game, so they started the combat with about 50 buffs, ridiculously strong, and basically it was a huge way to cheat out action economy in that game. Now, do I recommend you play the game like that? Probably not. You know, that's probably not very interesting to a lot of you. You'd probably see that as very cheesy, and it takes away from the difficulty of the game, I suppose, but, you know, I still enjoyed it all the same. I suppose I enjoy breaking systems more than I enjoy min-maxing them? I don't know. Anyway, let's move on to Divinity. What did I say next? Babazu? No, Babazu is probably 5th. Animal Crossing? Well, let's not talk about Animal Crossing. You can already see it if you're watching this video. You probably already are a fan of Animal Crossing, so I don't need to convince you on that. I'm struggling to come up with a last-minute dinner plan, kiddo. Fair enough. Paper Mario 1000 Year Door is a fantastic RPG with a very quirky humour, I suppose. Although I think that's a pretty well-renowned and loved game. And if you like it, play Bug Fables. It's a very good, like, spiritual successor, I suppose, in some aspects. Although, to be fair, the new Paper Mario is coming out. Paper Mario and Origami King, so I've got high hopes of that. Optimistic view. Who have we not given something to? Vivian, right? She's out and about somewhere. What's the next game on the list? Babazu, which I mainly like. Babazu is my favourite puzzle game of all time because of its fantastic mechanics. If you don't know what it is, it's basically a block pushing game, except for the blocks you're pushing are words, and the words are what you use together to create the rules of a level. So you can make things like, well, Baba is you, which means that you control Baba, but if you somehow push it and put tree is you, then you suddenly your player character, you control the tree rather than Baba. Baba being the titular character, I suppose. The rabbit thing, creature that you control at the beginning. But then, what makes it so brilliant is they introduce so many different mechanics that interweave together in such fantastic ways. It's, I don't know. You basically just have to try it. Is all I can say. It's just so good. What other games would make my top 10? I think Cuphead's a fantastic game, which might be surprising, but I think that game carries itself to top 10 through aesthetics and music alone, almost. I mean, not to say the mechanics aren't fun, because mechanics are fun. They're fun. It's a fantastically, delightfully devilish game, I suppose. With a good sense of difficulty. And fantastic aesthetics and music, to be honest. Let's drop this item here. Starting to give them. Need to give them away at some point. We only have 5 minutes left. That's definitely not enough to start building a path, unless we have a short path we can build somewhere. I don't know. Let's look at a map. Where have we not built a path? Bet we could build one. Maybe from Roscoe's house to the playground? That's probably doable in the time, right? Maybe? I'm not sure. Well, we'll find out, I suppose. Night in the Woods, that's a very good game as well for me. I don't know, there's a lot of things to clear in the way. I'm not sure we can do this in time. We could just start watering the flowers. I don't know. Or we can find another short path. Maybe we can do one from Axel's house to the... Because that's a pretty short one. To the town square. So go across like this. And down. And right. And up. No, I think we should just have a shorter episode today. It's probably not worth it. Relaxed evening, you know. Let's not exert too much effort. So we'll probably just wrap it up there. I'm not even sure what I talked about this entire episode. I'm not even sure what happened. I've been totally zoned out. But anyway, if you have been watching, thank you very much. This has been Animal Crossing New Horizons, and I've been Dear Darling. I hope we can see each other again, but for now it's our farewell. So until next time, bye bye for now.